We are live in our third consecutive final. This, the men's 60s World Cup final between Australia Gold and Australia Green. And Shane, these two teams are very familiar to each other. Of course, three 60s teams make the journey to this World Cup. And in the same group, Australia Gold and Australia Green. This will be their fourth time playing each other in 3 days and their second time today.
Yeah, exactly.
So far, 3 wins in a row for Australia Green. But here in the final, if Australia Gold were saving their one victory, now is the time to use it.
Yeah, it's all to play for really in this final match. Those previous ones just setting up the table position, and this, the match that truly counts.
And this better be the final match between these two teams.
Could have a replay tomorrow.
Yeah, the mega final.
Yeah, the fourth time that they'll play each other, and the third time that we've had the fortune of covering them here on the stream. So we're familiar with a couple of the fans at home watching on, and a lot of support in this morning's match for Greg Dive especially, but also all the Gregs.
Yeah, all the
today.
Gregs. It was like the Barbie movie. It was like, hello Greg, hello Greg, hello Greg. And of course, we have for Australia Green, we have Greg Cleary, Greg Davis, and Greg Dive. Which sounds like I'm saying Greg Dave in an Australian accent, but it is Greg Dive.
And in that 9 o'clock game this morning, Greg Davis did get a sin bin. So we'll see if that bad boy behaviour continues.
Yeah, I wonder if we get a second yellow in the same day in a different game against the same team. Will we see our first red card?
Red?
Yeah. Interesting to see, yeah. Haven't seen a red card ourselves on pitch 1 or pitch 2 in the World Cup so far. Hopefully we won't.
Yeah, I think.
But if there is one, hopefully we catch it on camera.
Refs very uneager to hand out red cards. Really just a last resort, of course. But we have seen a couple of yellows. So it is Australia Gold at the moment in possession. And a great covering tag there from Australia Green's John Barty.
And according to our research, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning in Australia. So anyone tuning in now is truly the die-hardest of the die-hard fans.
Yeah, I believe that time on the East Coast. So
don't make
might
it political,
be,
Shane. Don't start an East Coast, West Coast thing.
Might be seeing this a little delayed in the recorded video. Ref not happy that the ball was taken from the correct mark. So Australia Green go again.
Maybe that's it. Maybe East Coast, West Coast. One is the golds, one is the greens.
Maybe. Yeah, we're not entirely sure how these teams did separate themselves between the squads. Oh, that's a good recovery there. The ball, having been blocked by a gold player, came back into the hands of a green. So they'll get a fresh set of tags to work with here.
Oh, and
nice
a good
kick
kick
in
pass
behind.
here now. Can they make it?
Well covered though.
By number 13, Merv Vito. By number 13, Peter Hawkins. My apologies. These Australia teams starting to blend into one after we've covered them so much.
So Gold now looking to attack. As we say, Australia Green have won, I think, all the fixtures between these two teams so far, and Gold are not looking too bad at the start of this first half.
No, Gold looking good. Obviously, Boyot, they played earlier today as well against Ireland, and winning that to secure second place in the group.
Yeah,
so I think this is actually the third game of the day for Australia Gold.
Yeah, you know, it's a tiring old run, this Tag Rugby World Cup, and these players have done well to remain fit throughout the length of it.
And Bia B. Losty says, "Go Dad, go Green Machines." And I presume that means she's cheering on Australia Green. And just not sure who her dad is there. Can't seem to find a matching surname. But Bia B. Losty happy to cheer on Australia Greens.
Ball just fumbled forward there, and it's a turnover to Green. I think the ref has called that there was an offside player on the defence there, so it'll be penalty to Australia Green. Oh, and just a slip there will be a tag.
Yeah, and it is slippy weather, Shane. The rain and wind have come down in the last couple of hours.
Yeah, looks like it's clearing up slightly out there at the moment. Just drizzling a bit, but of course that pitch still wet and slippery. Bit of contact there, but ref happy that the tag was made beforehand. Contact didn't affect play.
Oh, brave dive there from the Green player.
And just lost forward, unfortunately.
Number 17 there, Rick Stedman, try scorer from earlier today.
Yeah, scored a bonus box try, which really stretched the lead for Australia Green. These men's 60s matches have mostly been low-scoring affairs, so the bonus box is worth all that much, really, when there's so few tries being scored. Great run there by Green, and he is just tagged on the way through is Greg Cleary, another of Green's try scorers across these matches on pitch 1. Almost through there, Steve Plowman. So Australia Green looking threatening, but the goal defence is very good at the moment. Just keeping them out. A nice pat on the back there, showing the camaraderie. Obviously a lot of familiarity between these two teams, be it in their home games that they play back in Australia, or just the plenty of matches they've gotten to play together here in Limerick.
Yeah, they didn't know each other before the tournament. They certainly know each other now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure there's some connections back home in Australia. And looking so far like a case of good friends, better enemies. Taking each other on a lot this week. And here they are now, playing for a gold medal in a World Cup final.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there might have been a while where they wouldn't have been so sure that they'd be here in Limerick 2023. You know, just such a great achievement to make it here and represent your country at a World Cup. You know, it's yeah, brilliant achievement for these players.
Mad to think that at the time of this World Cup being awarded to Ireland in 2018, of course it's supposed to be played in 2019, a lot of these players could have been playing in the 50s category, but such was that 5-year wait that could be new to the 60s category. But it just shows how much time has flown and how much we were robbed of throughout COVID, and just the effect it had on things. So brilliant to be here in UL for this historic week. The first Tag Rugby World Cup held in the Northern Hemisphere, the first in 5 years, and living up to all the hype this week.
Penalty there for the defence, just blocking that run through.
Yeah, Rick Stedman. That's one way of stopping him.
So Andrew Reid now looking to reset with a fresh tag count. Green with an extended period of attack. Gold need to get through a clean set of defence here of 6 tags without conceding another penalty.
John Towers, try scorer yesterday, wrongfully accused of going into the sin bin earlier as well. I can only apologise for the slander. Hopefully he's not too shaken up by it.
Good kick through.
Will he make it? Oh, a vital interception there by the gold number 2, Glenn Smith.
Yeah, didn't bother trying to dive on it, keep it alive. Just happy to kick it back over his own try line. where it will be a dropout from gold back to green. So yeah, not quite the clean defensive set that they were hoping for, I'm sure, because Australia green get the ball back.
Oh, great take there.
Great take. Just stumbles getting back to his feet, unfortunately, does Steve Plowman, but eventually gets up and gets tagged. Ref calls for the tag, yeah. Bit of a late call there. I think Wayne McInerney thought that he could play on. Great ball
Into
back
Stedman, he loves that little grubber trick. But became a Aussie rules football breaking out there for a second.
Yeah, a couple of clever little kicks to just keep the ball away from the oncoming Australia green attack. So gold now look to get themselves a bit of space. Try to cross that line at halfway. Looked like there was a bit of a quick rush in defence before that ball was picked up. Kick goes in now. Blocked.
Quick Australian defence, Shane, not quick Russian defence.
Oh, sorry, of course.
Yeah. Of course, it's our second last game of the day. Some more relieved about that than others.
So Australia now inside, Australia gold of course, inside the Australia green half.
Oh, and a surging run there from Gallagher. Oh, good evasion. Gallagher on the attack again.
Sells the dummy, and it's still tagged though, and Australia gold go again. Kick attempt put in, but it's recovered well, and Rob Swanbury gets tagged there. Ball out wide to the left wing, but just caught in possession in Steve Plowman. I think an Australia gold player straying offside there possibly. So penalty to Australia green.
Here's Rick Stedman. Nope.
Greg Cleary, I think.
Greg Cleary, one of the Gregs.
One of the many. Yeah, the dummy runner there was tagged off the ball, so penalty Australia green again. They're just making their way up the pitch slowly, getting those tag counts reset, and yeah, they've been pretty effective in attacks so far, but the goal defence just holding them out from getting the opening score in this men's 60s final.
Yeah, and with this their fourth meeting, if you gold might have figured a way to keep green out after losing the previous 3 games between the two. And and down goes Rob Formica. It's a bit of a blow there. I think the slippy surface to blame. And Rob Formica, is Formica an easy crumbling rock?
You've got me there. You've
I think
stumped my trivia knowledge.
Formica is a rock, isn't it? Formica?
Could be.
Could be.
I think it might be, but I'm
We're going to
not
go with it.
exactly sure how brittle
We're just
it might
googling
be.
the pun here. Formica. What material is Formica? Formica countertops made of plastic phenolic resins that are laminated onto layers of the ordinary brown craft paper.
So not stone.
Formica rock. Oh, there's images
Ah,
from
there we
Formica
go.
rock. Formica rock is unique, combines the hardness of quartz. Well, he didn't have the hardness of quartz there. Did Rob Formica.
And in the meantime here,
But he did
Australia
have really
green
natural
have
shine.
made their way inside the Australia gold 10-metre line. And the ref signalling for a penalty. I think the Australia gold players straying off of their line a little too early.
The main thing is Rob Formica will be fine. He's hard as rock.
Or a plastic-based countertop.
Yeah. Our research is unparalleled, the hours that go into it. No stone left unturned.
Great work around there.
And was an ankle tap there on his way through.
Yeah.
Suffered by Ross Thomas. Try
lot
scorer earlier.
A lot of little contact there. 3 players down.
Like bowling pins there.
All back on their feet now. And they come again. Green. Great tag there from Gallagher. Although I think it was actually made on Rob Swanbury.
And more contact again, and the bodies are falling.
Nowhere to go there for the Green attack. Yeah, just that gap shut down by the defenders, which of course you're not allowed to do. You need to leave space for the attacker to run into.
Players got to be careful if these lads want to be involved in the men's 70s category in a few years. But Shane, I see you taking out your phone there to have a look at the drop-off rules. Of course, there's been a knockout game all the way in the final. If it is level after the 40 minutes, we will enter drop-off rules.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen it yet ourselves, but very exciting.
Definitely, it's a good way to determine the winner in these knockout and final matches. Bit of an interesting format, so if we do make it there, we'll be happy to explain it for you. At the moment, still scoreless here in the Australia Green versus Australia Gold men's 60s final. And we just tick over into the 16th minute.
Well, of course, 0-0, not the most common scoreline in tag rugby, so you feel there will be a score at some stage. But so far, 2 great defences on display. A wayward pass there from Australia Gold's Peter Hawkins. Peter Hawkins wearing black stockings.
Yeah,
that's a rhyme.
the naming puns that you're so famous for so far in this World Cup just not going the way right now.
Not going. No.
You like to use it for a try score.
Like to use it for a try score.
You're just getting a bit itchy there.
Yeah, it could be a while before I get to use it.
17 minutes in, and no tries made yet, and
not for a lack of trying. That there hasn't been any tries. Oh, there's John Towers, try scorer yesterday. Can he find something? Oh, lovely kick.
Well covered. Tagged off the ball. No, I think he knocked it on in trying to.
A little bit of a shoulder
that.
left there, maybe, by Phil Digger.
Great switch back to the right there.
And do they get over?
I think the knee must have been down before that placement.
Oh, but the linesman's going to have a word. What's the line I'm saying? And
yeah, I think
try not give in.
I think the Australia goal defence was offside though, making that attempted stop. Could have been for the contact, could have been for offside.
Did we miss it? Was there a try?
No,
there was not. Not yet. In the case of Australia Green, they're getting very close.
Yeah, so far have looked to be the side who will be the one to break this deadlock.
Oh, and do they get fumbled at the last by Rob Loretti.
Unfortunate there. So it will be goal now to take it from their 10 metre.
Good advancement here in the wing from Australia Gold. Trying to play their way out, go for the kick, bounces back awkwardly. Gold retained possession.
Yeah, and after the deflection from Green, it'll be a reset on tags. So Gold have a bit of time here to work up towards that halfway line. Good tag there from number 6, Steve Plowman. No way through for Glenn Smith. A good kick put in just at the halfway.
Tony Vasilou kicking for good territory.
Yeah, it's covered well there by Lob-Loretti, but forced to dive on it. Make sure of that.
Number 5 there, Kevin. Number 5, Tony Egan, is running into traffic.
Contact from the attacker there, so we will see out this second half with an attacking possession for Australia Gold.
Yeah, the half-time klaxon went. It's time for one last play. Someone's missing a tag. Australia Gold don't care.
They'll look to spread it wide here, but pass just gone forward, and that will be the end of this first half of the men's 60s final here on pitch 1 in UL. So do be sure to come back and join us for the second half.
We are back for the second half of the men's 60s World Cup final as the Lino sprints for his life to get across to the correct side, and he makes it And 0-0 so far in a game resembling a chess match. Two evenly matched teams, very intelligent plays and good defence. And they know each other so well. But can either side find a breakthrough, or will we get our first game that goes to drop-off?
Yeah, we'll well, first game to drop off on the live stream. Of course, we had a couple of earlier knockout games going that far throughout today, and by all accounts, they were very exciting finishes to those games.
Oh, did they make the 50-10? What a kick!
Fantastic kick from Australia Green. Gets themselves in a perfect position to launch an attack at the start of the second half.
Yeah, good start from Green. And as we said, the fourth times these teams have faced each other in 3 days.
I think he's through.
Is he true?
Looks like it. He looks like he has both the tags. That's
4.
Rob Formica.
Rob
Formica.
Strong as a rock, and that rock kept on rolling as he edged over the line, and we get first blood, Australia Green.
Brilliant try. Muscled over, and ref happy with the contact. Yeah, just
barreled his way through. And Rob Formica worried he went down a little too soft under contact in the first half. But living up to his surname there.
Yeah, we know it was all an act.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
knows how to get through contact. Great hands there, well held. Good step to make space there for Brett Smith. But it is Australia Green who do get that first point on the board. You felt it was coming in the first half, but Australia Gold defence was holding firm. But after that fantastic kick to set them up for the 50-10, giving them great early pressure, they do convert into a point.
You wonder if this will open the floodgates.
Good kick put in, hoping to emulate that 50-10 from previously. Good tag made there by Brett Smith.
And there's number 20, the popular Greg Dive. Yeah, came on in the last few seconds of the game between these two earlier today, but on a lot earlier. And I'm sure the Gregomaniacs delighted to get an early look at Greg Dive.
Yeah, lots of support at home for Greg Dive. Fantastic to see him playing here in Limerick, I'm sure, for all his friends and family at home. Penalty for Australia Gold, so they will look to take it past the halfway line. Bit of a contact in the defence there, but ref happy to allow the tag and play on. Almost away was Kevin O'Mara there. Good switch back inside.
Australia Gold's turn to kick.
Just over the ref's shoulder height, I think. So that'll be back to the halfway for Australia Green. John Towers looks to bring it up. And now John Barth.
Back with John Tower.
They look to put in a kick here.
Oh, lovely kick from Stedman.
Just finds its way over that try line. So it'll be out 10 for Australia Gold. And they look to get going quickly. Australia Green defence up equally as quick.
Yeah, good high tagging from Australia Green.
Yeah, just nowhere to go at the moment for Australia Gold. Shaping the kick there was Stephen Hill, so just gave himself a bit of space as the defenders stepped off him to await his decision.
Good kick, awkward for defence to deal with.
And good tag, nice chasing from Gold. We'll see if they can convert that pressure into a clean defensive set and a turnover here. Yeah, no option there coming for number 11, Wayne Mitchell.
Oh, a storming run there from Tony Egan.
Yeah, a bit too much contact there for the ref's liking. Barreling over the defence. And Brian Hopwood just takes that time to get off and lick his wounds a bit. So it is now with Australia gold in the green half. Goal look to spread it wide. No space opening up, so opting to kick there does Kevin O'Mara.
But well recovered there by Rob Formica, diving like he's jumping on a grenade.
Making sure of that.
I think he spent more time on the ground than on his feet. What a good holding technique there.
And of course some time on that ground spent placing the ball over the line.
True. Valuable ground time from Formica. Where I believe Formica Rock spends a lot of its time.
On the ground.
In the ground. I'm sure we want to see Rob Formica in the ground.
And just seen over the line there. Almost didn't make it. Stopped just past that try line.
And Jessica Dive is back in the YouTube comments. Jessica Dive, go Australia Green, go Dad. And Bia Lassie, let's go the Green Machines. And yeah, pleasant scoreline for Jessica Dive, watching her dad. Number 20, Greg Dive. And Australia Green 1-0 up, courtesy of the try from Rob Formica.
Good tagging there from Green. And Gold spread it wide to Gallagher. He does well to hold on to that and slips through the first tag.
Oh, brilliant from Gallagher. Running like he's seen a bottle of water at the end line. Gallagher, you might recognise him from the montage of day 3. Just enjoying local Irish water. Thirsty work this week.
Yeah, definitely. As you say, this is the 4th time that Australia Green and Gold have met each other. But, of course, Australia Gold and Gallagher have had run-ins with the Irish men's 60s, of course, as well. So, a lot of game time for these men's 60s, and they've all done very well to stay fit.
Stedman, oh!
So close to recovering that and just knocked on. Brilliant kick and chase.
Jeez, the speed of Rick Stedman there. What a brilliant body on the line defending from Bruce Kejda.
You mentioned in our previous coverage that we had there, if the women's 21s, Australia versus New Zealand Exiles, that if there were to be a zombie apocalypse, hypothetically, you'd be terrified of, especially the zombie Australian tag rugby players.
I stand by it.
That, the pace shown by them is just too much for you, you think?
Yeah.
And so far, I think it's looking like just Stedman from this men's 60s game, who I wouldn't want to find.
He would also be a threat. Alley. Yeah, he would also be a bad zombie to face.
Good pass out, but just forward, the ref says. So it'll be turnover to Australia Gold.
Maybe they make 2 zombie teams. A zombie green and a zombie gold.
Good tag there. Almost caught for short pulling, but same motion got the tag, so well held there. That awkward bouncing ball.
Awkward bouncing Loretti off the turf there.
Unfortunate drop there. So to Rob Loretti again. Tries to break through, almost thought he was away, but tagged well by Australia Gold's defence. Ball out now from Merv Veach. there goes John Towers through a bit of a gap. He, of course, has scored a try in one of the meetings between these two teams.
There's number 19 there, Greg Davis, hits the floor.
Kick made, but I think the tag was got just before it. So Australia green now, looking to go down this blind side. Stedman puts in a good
again,
kick.
backing himself for the kick and chase.
Ball just beats him to the line.
But yeah, he's definitely got that in his locker, and something for the Australia goal defence to be aware of.
So Australia gold now, spread it left to Tony Gallagher.
Rick Stedman leading from the front. Australia gold breaking the press slightly with a kick.
Good chase too by Peter Lawler there to make that tag and keep Australia green in their half for this attack. Great step there from Towers. And a penalty for a bit of short pulling. Ref just calling the marker back, giving him a wave. Can't see him. And hard wall ran into there. Number 3, Alan Darling, putting in a good tag there. And good hands out to the wing.
Oh, and it's for Micah again, being chased by his own player, Stedman.
Oh, so close there. Just watched over the line by Australia gold sweeper. And Formicah's looked dangerous.
In every sense of the word. Whether he's hitting a player or scoring a try or taking contact himself. But very effective at what he does, and it's his try separating the teams in this World Cup final at men's 60s.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes to go now, and Australia gold need to pull something out of the bag if they want to get back into this game. Good tag there, and Australia green look to go to the right again.
Good link up between Stedman and Towers. Gets it into Reed.
Great ball out wide. The skip
oh, nearly perfect handling from Rob Swanbury.
almost caught behind his back, but just fumbled and gives gold back possession, relieving that pressure from the attack. Just tagged going through that gap there, the gold player. Loop around.
Just another cheer in the YouTube comment section. Mairead Cleary says, "Let's go Aussie Greens dads." So love to all the dads from Mairead Cleary. I presume that especially goes out to number 10, Greg Cleary. And lovely Irish name there, Mairead. Fair play to you.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of Irish sounding names from a lot of the Australian teams. As you say, I'm sure you trace their lineage back a couple generations. You'll find
enough of us go over there.
Exactly.
Like a boomerang, they come back.
And back they are here in Limerick, representing their country at the Tag Rugby World Cup 2023. This men's 60s final. Score currently Australia green 1, Australia gold 0. Good looping play there from gold, and player just unfortunately takes a tumble there. I think Kevin O'Mara.
Oh, Goes for the kick. It's going to be too long.
Just stumbles over that line.
And 5 minutes left in this World Cup final at men's 60s. As it stands, Green will be your world champions. Anything can happen in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and of course it is only a 1-point lead. So if Gold can get it back and put in a bit of attacking pressure, you never know how this game could end.
Messing up the roll back there was Wayne Mitchell. And a possession back to Gold.
And Julian McInerney in the chat here, cheering on the green leprechaun energy of Australia Green, assuming that they're cheering for Wayne McInerney. Haven't seen a load of support for any of the individuals in the Australia Gold team in the chat, I don't think. Great support for the Greens.
All about the Greens. Gold, where are you?
Gold fans, where are you?
Yeah, and Julian McInerney, yeah, cheering on number 2, Wayne McInerney. Another Irish sounding last name there, McInerney. So in a way, this is a victory for Ireland.
We'll take it.
We'll take it, yeah. I haven't seen too many Irish teams in finals yet. I'm sure that'll change as we head into the finals on final day tomorrow.
Good run around there from the man himself, Wayne McInerney. Makes a bit of ground for his team.
Powered by that green leprechaun energy.
Of course. And the rain just starting to come down a bit heavier now here in Limerick as we approach the end of this men's 60s final.
Another kick from Stedman. It's good, stays in play.
And a great tag, great chase from John Barth.
And Australia Green trying to kill off this game in the final 3 minutes. Rick Stedman spearheading the attack.
Oh, Tony Gallagher almost through, evaded that first tag, but got eventually by Greg Cleary. Yeah, and Gold with the full length of the pitch to make up if they want to stay in this final. They do have a penalty and a fresh set of tags, so they will continue that attack.
But you gotta get past Rick Stedman first. And not easy to do.
Stedman's looked great on the ball, so quick, a couple of steps, and
Stedman
trying to take a little tumble there to possibly force the ref's hand for a penalty, but up to his feet quickly again.
Yeah, it's getting into do or die time now. 2 minutes left in this World Cup final. Can Australia Gold find another gear?
Good kick put in. We'll see how good the chase is. Not touched by the hand there, so no knock on. And it's possession to Australia Green. Almost through goes Formica.
Formica at the moment playing a chaos ball. This is the way to describe it.
Yeah, and it's been very effective, of course. The try scorer who would be responsible for this gold medal win for Australia Green if the score remains as it is.
And yeah, that's scoring the winner in a World Cup final is certainly one for the Tinder bio.
Yeah. Or for the grandkids. But yeah, all of these players here will have fantastic stories to take home with them, I'm sure. A great experience, and congratulations to them all for making it here to Limerick to represent their country at the Tag Rugby World Cup.
Yeah, it's a rare opportunity. There's not many people can say they've represented their country at a World Cup in any sport at any level, and to come halfway around the world to do it. A lot of these teams, sure, they've made brilliant memories, and yeah, as I said, we'll have brilliant stories to tell.
So Australia Gold looking to have the final say, but it's well tagged by that man against Stedman, I believe. A good pass out to the wing.
There's a chance here. Oh, and
Bit of contact. So that's a penalty for Australia Gold as the klaxon goes. Can't end the game on a penalty, so Australia Gold will get one last attempt to score in this men's 60s final.
if they have any secret plays, now's the time to do it.
Bring out the big guns.
They go for the kick. Can anyone get to it?
It's recovered by Green. Knee to the ground, so it's a tag, and that is a win for Australia Green in the men's 60s final of the Tag Rugby 2023 World Cup. Massive congratulations to Australia Green, and a big congratulations, of course, to their friends and family watching at home. Brilliant from these wonderful players.
Yeah, and brilliant that the Gregs will have gold medals to go around their necks. And of course, that was our penultimate final. And our last game of the day on pitch 2, 9 o'clock kickoff, we have the mixed 21s World Cup final between the Alliance and Australia. Can Australia continue their winning ways